You ever wonder where all your tax money really goes? And maybe more importantly, who's actually holding the keys to the entire country's bank account? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on Malaysia's financial framework, the constitutional playbook that dictates how every single public cent is supposed to be managed and protected.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Imagine trying to manage a shared wallet, but for an entire nation. What kind of rules would you even need to put in place just to stop it from becoming complete chaos? It's a massive, massive responsibility, and it's really the core challenge every single government has to deal with when it comes to public money.
So, what's rule number one for managing a nation's wallet? Well, you need one single, really secure place to keep all that money. In Malaysia, this master account has an official name. It's called the Federal Consolidated Fund, and the Constitution is absolutely crystal clear on this. Almost all public money, we're talking everything from taxes to fines, it has to go into this one central vault. No exceptions. Okay, but putting all the money in one place is only half the battle, right? The real power here is in the lock. And the rule is simple. Money cannot be withdrawn from this fund unless a specific law authorizes it. So, who came up with this incredibly powerful rulebook? Well, it turns out the ultimate rulebook is the federal constitution itself. And it's so much more than just a document about rights and laws. It's actually a surprisingly detailed financial charter that lays down the law for every single ringgit. Just look at how this is structured. It's brilliant, really. First, the Constitution creates the master account. Then it immediately says, no money can leave without legal permission. And to enforce all of this, it creates a powerful, independent watchdog, the Auditor General, who has to report everything they find directly to Parliament. It's this perfect, closed loop of control, written right into the nation's highest law. All right, so if those are the rules of the game, who are the referees? Let's meet the guardians of this massive public wallet. Yeah, this is definitely not a one-person job. It's a whole team effort, and it's got these built-in checks and balances. You've got the Ministry of Finance, which sets the budget, but then a totally separate department keeps the books. Then you've got the independent Auditor General, who comes in and audits those books, and their findings, they go to a parliamentary committee for everyone to see. No single group holds all the power. And all of these institutions are kind of running on the same software, these four core principles that are just hardwired into the Constitution. Legality, you can only spend what's approved. Transparency, you've got to show your work. Accountability, you have to answer for your actions. And so crucially, separation of powers. The referee cannot be on the government's team. Okay, so we've got the rules and we've got the players. But what does all of this actually mean in the real world? Like, how do these principles impact the day-to-day running of the government? And let me tell you, this system has real teeth. It means the government can't just spend your money on a whim. Its budget has to be publicly debated and then approved by Parliament. Every single year, the books are audited, and those reports, they are mandatory. And if a parliamentary committee smells something fishy, they can launch a full-blown investigation. It's a framework that directly controls the entire financial cycle. And what's really interesting is that this whole blueprint isn't just for the federal government. There's a parallel structure that exists at the state level, too. So while states manage their own finances, they have to play by the same core federal rules of accountability and oversight. That ensures there's a consistent standard all across the country. Okay, we've covered a lot. We've looked at the rules, the players, the real-world impact. So what's the big idea here? What's the single most important thing to take away from all this? It all really boils down to this: a carefully forged chain of accountability. Every single link in that chain, from the ministry that spends, to the auditor who checks, to the parliament that scrutinizes, is designed to protect public money and make sure that no single link can ever act alone. And you have to understand, this isn't just some dry technical framework. This constitutional foundation, it's the very bedrock of good governance. It's what makes financial integrity possible. And at the end of the day, it's what builds our trust in the system that's managing our money. Which, of course, leaves us with one final and really crucial thought. The playbook gives the guardians all the rules they need for accountability. But if they fail to follow it, who holds them accountable? The answer, ultimately, is us, an informed public that knows the rules of the game and demands that they be followed.